Meu nome é Laís Queiroz de Souza e esse é meu PCC de inglês. I'm gonna do a slam poetry. Slam poetry is a type of poetry expressing a person's personal history and or struggle, usually in an intensely emotional style. It's very powerful, very sincere, and very moving. Just so you know what I'm gonna talk about in the poem, I'm gonna tell you what is the bury your gaze trope. The bury your gaze trope in media, including all its variants, is a homophobic cliché. It is the representation of deaths of the LGBT characters, where those characters are normally able to be viewed as more expendable than their heteronormative counterparts. In this way, the death is treated as exceptional in its circumstances. So it can be fairly said that, in aggregate, queer characters are more likely to die than straight characters. Indeed, it may be because they seem to have less purpose compared to straight characters, or the disposed natural conclusion to their stories an early death. This extends further to being that often, especially in older works, to the extent that they are found in older works, of course, gay characters aren't allowed happy endings. Even if they do end up having some kind of relationship, at least one half of the couple, often the one who was more aggressive in pursuing the relationship, thus perverting the other, has to die at the end. Of course, it can also happen to gay characters who aren't in relationships. Nowadays, when opinions of sexuality have shifted somewhat, justification may be attempted via the too good for this sinful earth, which is another trope. Sometimes it is because the magical queer, another trope, has died in a heroic sacrifice, another trope, so that the straights may live. Naturally, this is subject to debate. It is also known as the dead lesbian syndrome, which is another trope, though that name has largely fallen out of use post-2015, and the media riots about the overuse of the trope. And as this public outcry restated, the problem isn't merely the gay characters are killed off. The problem is the tendency the gay characters are killed off in a story full of mostly straight characters, or when the characters are killed off because they're gay. If the character's relationship is obscured or plain baiting, it drastically increases their chances of survival. This may be because they are often afforded more storylines that aren't exclusively gay. One discussed issue that may contribute to so many works burying the gays is that writers struggle with how to handle them. They are often created as a flat character with gay as their entire characterization. So once the gay-related plots have dried out, the writers will recycle that one too. In other cases, a predominantly straight show may bring in a gay character for a very special episode, another trope, and don't know how to organically just write the character out once the story has been told. So they just kill them off instead. Additionally, if the studio or producers are looking for things to cut, the character the most viewers are supposedly less likely to associate with will go first. As stated above, sometimes gay characters die in fiction because, well, sometimes people die. This isn't a correlation, and it's not always meant to teach us something, nor is it necessarily indicative of some prejudice on the part of the creator. There are many anyone can die stories bearing explicit differences in the treatments of the gay and straight deaths. In these, it's not odd that the gay characters are dying. It can be seen as truth in television in some cases, as gay and lesbian people are at substantially higher risk for suicide and assault. The fact that AIDS hits the gay male community most prominently provided potent, fresh fuel for this long-running trope, which, like many things about the 80s, still has an effect on most recent works. There may also be a higher prevalence of this trope in period fiction because of its supposed realism, since historically there was a lot of homophobic persecution, though undoubtedly plenty of acceptance too. The revival of mass usage of this trope in 2015 and 2016, especially with regards to things that happen in reality, an increase in homophobic attacks, including the post-nightclub shooting, particularly of female LGBT characters, sparked a lot of outrage, and a pledge, the Lexa Pledge, after a main lesbian character of The 100, which is a TV show, was offhandedly killed, to encourage showrunners to reconsider if planning to implement the trope. The exact opposite is found in Preserve Your Gays, in often a reaction to this. Another definition for my video is the word queerbaiting, which is the practice of hinting at, but then not actually depicting, a same-sex romantic relationship between characters in a work of fiction. Mainly in film and television, the potential romance may be ignored, explicitly rejected, or made fun of. The derogatory term queerbaiting is meant to imply that this is done for the purpose of attracting, baiting, a queer audience, which the ultimately unrealized suggestion of relationships that appeal to them. The concept arose in and has been popularized through the internet, discussions among fandom of popular films and television series.
Hi, the following poem was written by me, and it's called Be Myself and My Dead Queer Characters. The accent is a little different from the one I usually use for better understanding of the pronunciation, which was the subject of this work. So that's it. Oh, and also some parts are in different place because I've got to say a few lines and a whole page. But it happens, and I fix it. So don't mind the changes of scenery and costume and pace, and just have fun. And I apologize for the mistakes. Thank you. Bye.
Oh, psych, I'm just kidding. I am doing things that way. On a warm night at 10:10, on the 10th of August, I was born. It was Father's Day. My mom gave birth to me in a northeast island just south of the equator. Born to a black dad and a native descendant Latina mom, I guess you could say I may be pale, but I'm as mixed up as they come. Everyone that knew me then tells me that I had the prettiest eyes they'd ever seen. Big golden globes filled with curiosity for all the things unseen. A while later, we moved down south. Rio de Janeiro, let me hear you shout. Yeah, that's where I found my football team. With the vulture crowd, red and black hearts. I ain't leaving that out. We moved again, this time actually just close by. São Paulo, the concrete jungle, a city where you can find a place to grow or you can just crumble. I was getting taller then. Running, jumping, football, and basketball were my new gems. That don't mean I wouldn't be found about 10 books in my hands. Just saying, these glasses ain't heavy for nothing. I'll probably still be wearing them when I'm laying down in my coffin. Worry not, I'm getting to the part you want. I know you want to hear more about my favorite restaurant. I'm joking. This part is about my one true love. The boy who lived, my dears, my symbol of peace. If you're Catholic, you could even say he's my dove. I've put the sorting hat at 11 too. Guess what? My veins run scarlet and gold. Dour, nerving, chivalry, sure, but also mischief and misadventures untold. I'm nerdy and a little naive, but let me smile, laugh, and be my own self. Oh, and I'm a daughter of a Tina too. Shout out to all the Percy Jackson books on my shelf. If you want to talk about Star Wars, I've got one thing to say. Kylo Ren is an abusive man, and I would lay down my life for Rey. Okay, I'm older now. Sure, we're the two. But who isn't nowadays in the zoo I call high school? I changed a lot physically, but that's not all I hoped you could see. But I shouldn't have expected more from them HS famous wannabes. It's a time where everyone just wants to find a place they belong. For me, I guess I went above and beyond. So this is a letter to you who called me names and mocked my personality in my face. Oh, on my short hair, you see a boy, just raging storms. When I look in the mirror, what I see is a quiet protest against your gender norms. Please, I have a heart and you have eyes. Can't you see that I'm so much more than the fact that I just don't like guys? You've no idea how liberating it was to finally say that I am gay. Now I know I was never meant to fall in line and be prey. My name has its roots inside a lion's den. I may be soft and gentle, but man, that just means that on the inside, I'm a lion. On the outside, I'm a ram. I've seen too much. I've felt too much. I've been to several inner wars. Don't go judging me by my amiable manner. If you push me, you'll see I have claws. When the subject is music, I don't even know where to start. My like range is so large, I guess I could just say I just like art. I may sing to Ed Sheeran, but I also yell out numb. Yes, fuck yes, I'm part of the Linkin Park clan. Rest in peace, Chester Bennington. Moving on to something more complex, that was also the time I got diagnosed. Turns out I'm autistic. I also had depression and anxiety. Sure, at first I was like, no. But then I was like, oh. So that's why I was weird to society. It comes with several implications like social ineptness and several other frustrations. But it also makes us autistics unique. Nobody does special interests like us. When I got into person of interest, I knew the name and number of every single episode. You try to tell me a fun fact, you haven't got any. But if you want more, I've got plenty. I know the type of gun Samin Shaw prefers and what kind of pancake Root likes because he real cuz. If Then Else is the single best episode of American television. Oh shit, I'm watching it again. I guess I was left without supervision. I'm gonna move on a little and put the part on a shelf, okay? I'm a mix between honesty and strangeness. I'm just like I present myself. Wearing formal clothes, a Star Wars snapback, and Captain Marvel Vans. I'm a walking dichotomy, like when there's still sunshine, but it rains. I'm the kind of kid who gets lost in the space between words. I'm the kind of kid who gets found creating new words. I'm part of the last 90s children, trying to find my way. I'm just living and going by day. I'm part of the dangerous youth, the kids who actually care about finding out the truth. We're bony knuckles, bonfire, sparkles, and confusion, fighting the fight to take away this illusion. We're not perfect, no. Nothing like that. We just want to get what's wrong with the world and beat it with a baseball bat. You can be a part of that too. Just don't believe in everything they tell you and fight for what you think you should. Like me, I fight for good representation. Fictional characters can act like mirrors of our inner orientations. You can work your own demons by seeing them fight theirs. You see them being true to who they are and shutting down their living nightmares. Characters are genuine raw clay. You've got the ability to mold them your way, finding your strength in theirs, absorb their courage. So yes, this is the type of experience I'm trying to encourage. Of course, I've had my share of life heroes. Just to get you on track, I'm going to name some of my own mirrors. Petra Solano, J.R., Charlie Blackberry, Nina Nall, Kat Addison, and Adina Alamin, Kazima Nihals, Delphina Cormier, Amanita Kaplan, Noe Marks, Nico Mindoro, and Carolina Dean. Nicole Hawk, Waverly Cheryl Blossom, Tony Topaz, Laura Hollis, and Camila Constein. Samin Shaw, Root, Bill Potts, Riversong, Clara Oswald, and Elena Alvarez, Mel Vera, Nico Amata, Anissa Pierce, Grace Char, Sarah Lance, Ava Sharp, and Rosa Diaz. Lexa, Clark Griffin, Alex Denvers, and Maggie Sawyer. Oh, no, we don't talk about that, because representation only counts if you treat it with respect. And every LGBT woman knows about the fear trope. The one who is always there to take away every last bit of our hope. 2016, 2017 saw this to a whole new level. This is a shout out to Lexa. In peace, may you leave the shore. In love, may you find the next. Safe passage on your travels into a final journey on the ground. May we meet again. This is a shout out to Tara. You deserve better. This is for Pusay, this is for Charlie, this is for Root. All victims of the dead lesbian trope, because they all follow suit. Fuck straight bullets, fuck fade to black. Those lesbian characters deserve more than that. If you're gonna bury your gays, don't bother representing us, because I know you're just waiting to throw them under the bus. Our queer character graveyard is so large, mate. You want a list? Wait, just wait, I've got many. They don't care about us. They just want our bills and our penny. But when push comes to shove, they ain't on our side. Only 11% of TV shows even keep us in mind. 89% of them don't even care enough to represent us. And of course, how many of them just queerbait fucking treasonous? You want me to write these characters a letter? Okay. Well, it may be the only time I'm able to talk to them before they get murdered, so I better. Hello, queer character. Are you even there? Know that you're always in danger, so beware. Just don't want to come to the point when I have to say bye. So this is me coming to your door. Knock, knock, please don't die. I've said what I had to say, and I think now you know me quite nicely. You know who I am and what matters to me precisely. I guess this is it. The curtains are closing. It seems we've reached the end. I hope you know me a little better, my friend. But if I may leave you with the message just to do it right, always trying to be mindful of the things and the characters you write. Strive to be a better person than even the best person you know. The world is so full of hate and prejudice that if you're able to do it, I'll take your vote. If you're going to be a teacher, be a student's inspiration, because they're going to grow up and be the future of our nation. Please, my friend, don't forget that you're enough. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, because you're beautiful, intelligent, and tough. And I leave you with this rose. For you to remind yourself that in this world you have a purpose. For you to never forget that you're beautiful in your complexity as a whole. So please don't let anyone pluck away your gentle heart and soul. The end.